And so again, what we're aiming for this program to eventually do, we're starting, we haven't completely marketed to MCPS students yet, but that will begin next year. We're starting with our Montgomery College partners right now. But the idea is that students in the MCPS, Montgomery County Public Schools, Montgomery College, can see a pathway to the universities at Shady Grove to earn both their bachelor's and, if they choose, their master's degree in social work. And so helping students kind of learn a little bit more about what social work is really can help them to figure out what coursework to be taking, you know, in high school, at Montgomery College, and then once they're here at UMBC. So we're really excited about this collaboration. So that idea of connecting with we have been collaborating with MCPS, Montgomery College leadership, and then also here with UMBC and the MSW program. So this pathway program kind of offers, I think what's really cool about it is that it's a way to kind of show you what the social work profession is about and what social work looks like, but also provide you with support and advising and kind of so that you can see what the pathway is through Montgomery College and into UMBC and UMB here at Shady Grove. And again, I think I noted this before, but that idea of being able to get both a bachelor's and a master's in social work in Montgomery County is really tremendous. And I do want to highlight there is a tremendous need for social workers. We are hearing from agencies constantly about how they need more social workers right now. So that's an exciting thing, right? For you all to be thinking about a profession that is in need and that will continue to be in need. So Yelda, I think you mentioned even working in with the aging population. There's a tremendous need for that, and that will only continue to grow. Okay, so the social work in action, what are we kind of doing? So the idea of it is to expose and support you as you pursue your path as a social worker. It's really an opportunity for you to engage with the local community agencies, see the services that they provide while learning from social workers who are actually in the agencies providing the support and the services. Being able to connect with employers so that you can kind of see, is that an agency or a nonprofit that you see yourself working at in the future, or maybe an opportunity to get an internship or volunteer at that agency. So we're really excited to be able to kind of provide this pathway. Some of the benefits of it that you can get academic advising as you're moving through Montgomery College and to UMBC and then on to the master's program. I think for a lot of students, when you're not sure what degree you're pursuing, and perhaps you may have experienced this, you know, if you're not sure what degree you're pursuing, it might be hard to figure out what classes you need to take. So if you have a better understanding of the degree you want to get to, it does make it a little bit easier to be able to be taking courses at Montgomery College and knowing what to take. Those connections to social work employers for career experiences, the experiential learning opportunities that we're going to talk about in a minute. I think social work is really based on some really essential skills such as communication and engagement and teamwork and critical thinking. And we really focus on that in our curriculum and in our program, and we'll kind of touch on some of those things and at least expose students to those things through this program. We have access to a pathway coach that can help you with your academic journey and assist you with the college application process, learn more about scholarships and other opportunities. We will waive your application fees and again, definitely provide referrals to scholarships. So we'd love to have you in our Retriever community. This is just kind of shows you all kind of how staying here in Montgomery County and going to USG can kind of lessen your academic burden in terms of pursuing a degree. So it just kind of maps out for you what a first year, second year, third year, and fourth year would look like. If you went to our UMBC campus, about $25,000 a year, versus if you went to our Montgomery College. So the bottom pathway is really us, right? If you went to Montgomery College for 2 years, and then you came to UMBC at Shady Grove for 2 years, kind of what your total cost would be is significantly less than going to our home campus. So that's something too. I think a lot of our students are thinking about the financial burden, like what not wanting to owe money or not having money to shell out right now for their undergrad degree. So this really provides an affordable option. So what is this social work in action? We've been talking about it. So what does it mean? So what we've kind of developed is these pathway elements. There's these critical pieces to the pathway that we want to make sure you get exposure to. So that idea of kind of like the academic exploration, what social work is, thinking about service, social justice, and community engagement, which are foundational in social work practice. Receiving peer-to-peer mentoring. So as a student at Montgomery College, getting peer support from a UMBC social work student, right? And then as you progress through this pathway, if you chose to remain with it, you could actually be the peer. You could be the mentor to, your peers who are still at MC once you arrive at the UMBC campus. Definitely talking about degree advancement, thinking about licensure and what you need to do for licensure at both the bachelor's and master's level, helping students maybe understand their grad school pathways, what those options look like for you. And then definitely overall, I think I mentioned this earlier, but this idea of personal and professional development. So one thing we're excited to do is to really get students out into the community at agency in nonprofit organizations. So through our social work curriculum, we have a lot of connections with our local agencies. And so the idea is that we really want to go take some field trips, basically, go visit social work sites, go visit some nonprofit organizations, see some of the work they're doing. Is it at our homeless shelter and Shepherd's Table, providing a meal maybe, and then meeting with social workers afterwards and hearing about their work, visiting with Department of Health and Human Services, learning more about child welfare services, and meeting with social workers who are doing the work. So our hope is that we can set up at least 2 visits per semester where you could actually, have opportunities to travel out to some of these nonprofit or government agencies and learn more about social work and the career and what the work looks like. You as a student would commit to coaching advising sessions and these enrichment activities each year. So again, this is kind of the pathway. So at Montgomery College, pursuing an AA in behavioral health, psychology, or general studies. We have articulation agreements with all of those degrees, and then arriving at the Shady Grove campus, completing your bachelor's degree in social work. And if you chose to then go on and get your master's degree in social work, and then on into hopefully working right here in Montgomery County. These are just some sample coursework that we have students taking. I'm sure some of these courses you all mentioned being behavioral health students, you may have already taken. And these are just some of the courses: Intro to Social Work, Social Welfare, Social Policy, and Social Work. Human Behavior in the Social Environment are courses that our students are taking in their first semester or 2, if you're a part-time student, maybe in the first 2 semesters. If you're full-time, definitely these 3 courses and another one. So if you are interested in this opportunity, in this program, we really invite you to complete an application. What's needed for the application is your contact information, basic demographics. It's helpful for us to know some of your prior coursework or experience. Some of you may be working actually in maybe a nonprofit organization and providing support in the community. So that's helpful to include that, or maybe you volunteer in an organization where you provide support. and a brief response to why you're interested in the social work in action pathway. I heard you all share when you got here why you're interested. So just a few sentences about that would be a great way for us to understand. So really students, any student is welcome to apply. You don't have to have completed a certain number of credits or anything. This program is kind of meant as a supplement to your degree at MC. So it's not credit bearing. You're not applying to the university, to UMBC. You're kind of applying to this program so you can get this supplemental support. It is free. It doesn't cost you anything. And our application deadlines are noted on our website. And then usually we're notifying students within 3 weeks of applying, and then with the idea that the program would start the following semester.
Katie, could I add something there?
Sure.
So I think that it's really important for students to understand that the brief essay, like why are you interested in social work in action, is for exploration as well. So for both of you tonight, you've stated that this is something you really want to do, but we also want to encourage students who are thinking of social work as the pathway to join this program, because this will really give them the opportunity to explore it in a way that is, hands-on. They're going to talk to social workers. They're going to see them in action. They get to participate in these types of activities. So we want this to be something that's really all-inclusive, so that, if folks are like, well, I think maybe I want to do this, but maybe I want to, go into something else. But, that's the part of Montgomery College is, this being an exploration for all of you to learn more about it. Of course, we want you to go into social work. That is a goal for us, but we also understand that this is part of the process of learning. So we really encourage those who might be thinking, well, I'm not absolutely sure, go for it, apply to the program.
Excellent point. Thank you, Sarah, for bringing that to our attention. I completely agree. So we have actually 2 students who participated in we offered like an abbreviated version of this program 2 summers ago, and 5 students participated, and 2 students are actually on our campus right now, and they'll graduate in May of 2025. And Olivia is one of the students who gained a lot from this experience. And so she just notes that she gained a deeper understanding of the core values and principles that guide social work. And she realized she's really been embodying many of these principles without even knowing it. And this program really helped her to develop and solidify them within herself. She notes how it was an eye-opening experience that confirmed her passion for social work and prepared her for her journey at UMBC. So we're really excited. Olivia is the middle student in this picture, and she, again, is a behavioral health MC grad who will graduate from our program actually in May of 2025. And Marwa is our other student, and she also is a behavioral health grad and will be graduating from UMBC also in May of 2025. And as Sarah noted, she actually didn't really know what social work was until she went through the program. And so I think this really highlights what Sarah noted. This experience really helped her realize how people are influenced by their environment and are not solely to blame for their problems. And this view guides us to address social issues. We definitely see this in social work practice, not just at the individual level, but the structural level, in really addressing social injustice that we see in our communities. And she knew that social work was the right path for her when she learned that it embraces this perspective of empowerment. So I just wanted to include some of those highlights when these students heard we were working to offer the social work and action program kind of in the full semester. They were really excited to kind of share how powerful it was in helping them find their path to social work and be really excited to continue in this profession. Marwa is actually currently applying to get her MSW to start in the fall semester. Olivia is going to take a little bit of time to work and then go on to get her master's, probably starting spring of 2026. Olivia right now is actually in her field placement working in our correctional facility, Clarksburg Correctional Facility, and has really found that as a very powerful experience in being able to support clients. And Marwa is working in Montgomery County Public Schools, providing support to students and their families. So really two great experiences that those students have been having, and they have both noted that that social work and action program really helped them find their path. So I think that's it for our presentation. This is information about our website and how to contact us.